If you're struggling to grow your Instagram, sometimes it might feel like the algorithm just hates you. The truth is, you're not growing because the algorithm hacks you learned in 2024 are officially dead. In fact, Instagram's new 2026 algorithm might actually be the best thing that's ever happened to small creators, but only if you know how to use it. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how. Instagram's 2026 algorithm shift is actually the biggest change in the platform's history. Everything has moved away from the social graph, which is who you follow, to an interest graph, which is what you actually watch. This is absolutely terrifying for big influencers with fake followers, but it's a goldmine for small creators with small followings. Whether you're selling a $2 million listing or a $200 digital course, you need to know these new rules. In this video, I'm not just giving you tips. I'm not just giving you tricks. I'm going to give you the 5 technical signals that force Instagram's AI to promote your content. We're going to cover everything from micro-phase testing to the new social SEO that's completely replaced hashtags. By the end of this video, you're going to have a daily checklist that will help your content outperform creators with 100K followers. Let's get into it. In 2026, Instagram is using a tiered ranking system. When you post, you enter phase 1. It's called the seed group. Now, this is your first 100 to 200 viewers. Now, if they don't engage with your content within the first 12 minutes, then the algorithm basically kills the post and no one else is going to see it. What this means is that your post or video must grab attention right from the start and then get the viewer to engage with it. You want them to leave a comment, you want them to share it with a friend, repost it to their friends, or save the post for later. Speaking of shares and saves, this brings up the next important rule that you must know. In 2026, a save is worth 5 times more than just a like. Why? Because a save tells the algorithm that that piece of content is worth watching later. It says that your content is so good that it has rewatch value. So in your video, don't just show a nice updated kitchen. Show that kitchen, but then say, make sure you save this for your 2026 kitchen remodel inspiration. Give them a tangible reason to save it, and more people will. 10 minutes before you post, open up your Instagram and start engaging with people who normally comment on your stuff. This warms up your audience so that they're more likely to see your content when you post it within that first 12-minute window. Now, if your content passes phase 1, it moves on to phase 2. We'll call this the lookalike audience. This is where the real growth happens. This is also where the people that don't follow you start seeing your stuff show up in their suggested feed. So if your content grabs their attention and they find it entertaining or interesting, you have a chance to pile up a bunch of new followers. Spoiler alert, stop using 30 hashtags in your post. It looks incredibly spammy and it does nothing for you. Actually, stop using hashtags at all. It's 2026 and hashtags are now just category labels that don't really do a whole lot. The real ranking power is in social SEO. Let me explain. Instagram now looks at what you type into the post's caption itself and what you actually say in the video to determine what the video is about and who it's meant for. So again, you do not need hashtags. I suggest you don't waste your time with them at all. Instead, you just have to speak directly to your ideal audience and use the keywords that relate to them. Instagram's AI actually transcribes your content in real time. If you don't actually say your target keywords in the first 3 seconds, your content's not getting ranked nearly as high as it should be. So instead of saying, hey guys, check out this new listing, instead say, if you're looking for a modern farmhouse in Nashville with a low interest rate, watch this. The AI then tags Nashville, modern farmhouse, and low interest rate, and will show the video to more people that have shown they're interested in that type of content. Bonus tip, consider using Instagram's caption tool instead of editing the captions onto the video itself. When you use Instagram's caption tool, it does a deeper transcription of your entire video so it knows every word you say. And when you're intentional about using the keywords in your content, it gives your post a much higher chance of being shown to people who fit the ideal audience for that post. Watch time is the #1 signal on Instagram's 2026 algorithm. If people are scrolling past your reel at the 3-second mark, you failed. And unfortunately, very few people will ever see that post. It doesn't matter how much time you spent on it, how much money you spent on it, they just won't see it. You need to create what's called a retention lock. Start with a statement or a gap in knowledge. For example, most home sellers are making this one mistake with their taxes, and it's costing them $25,000. I'll show you how to fix it by the end of this video. With that opening hook, you grabbed their attention and made them curious about what that mistake is. They now can't help but to keep watching so that they can close the curiosity gap. They need to know what the mistake is. In other words, they're going to stick around and watch the video to find out what the hell you're even talking about. Every 3 seconds, visually, something on the screen must change. A text overlay, a zoom in, a zoom out, a B-roll cut, or even a sound effect. Bruh. This prevents passive scrolling and it keeps the brain engaged. If you just post a video that's one long scene without anything moving or changing it up, it bores people and they just scroll on. Give your viewers a small win at the halfway mark to keep them locked in till the end. For example, before I show you the secret room in this house, this home is listed for $775. You give them a small payoff by giving them the price, but then you create a new curiosity gap by talking about the secret room that's yet to be revealed. In 2026, Instagram is a closed loop ecosystem, meaning if somebody watches your reel, the algorithm wants to also show them your story. This is called automated retargeting. You can actually pour gas on the fire and show the algorithm that they want to see your story all on their own. Now, if you're marketing a home for sale, at the end of the video, don't just say, follow me for more. If you want to get them over to your stories, say something like, I just posted the full floor plan and the surprising inspection report over in my stories. Go check it out. Now, getting people from your content into your DMs is a huge signal to the algorithm that you are doing great stuff and that people want to hear from you more. So use the DM automation strategy with ManyChat. For example, comment the word guide and I'll send you my free home seller cheat sheet. In 2026, a DM conversation is the strongest signal you can send to the algorithm, showing that you are close friends with that user. And then once you're close friends, the algorithm will make sure that your content shows up at the top of their feed. Let's be honest, we are in an era of AI fatigue, and honestly, content fatigue in general. In 2026, the Instagram algorithm will actually prioritize authentic human content over a bunch of AI slop. Sometimes just a raw handheld recorded video in your car will outperform some video done in a $5,000 studio. Why? Well, because it's believable and relatable. It's obviously not AI slop, and quite simply, people are just craving more authentic human content.
Are you ready for this?
Now, this is crazy. Hear me out. Stop using AI voiceovers on all your content. Now, use it sparingly, but when you use it everywhere, it causes a problem, and here's what I'm talking about. The algorithm tracks eye contact, meaning that looking directly into the lens for at least the first 5 seconds will increase engagement on that post by over 22%. Not only does it increase engagement, it increases retention. People will keep watching longer. So make sure when you're recording content, look your viewer in the eye, which means you stare right into the camera lens. Post about things happening right now. The algorithm prioritizes recency and local relevance. If there's a breaking news story that affects your audience directly, talk about it immediately. The 2026 algorithm is not a mystery, and it's also not super complex. Create content that's made for people, know exactly who those people are when you create it, and then be authentic and natural. If you can trigger these 5 signals within the algorithm, your content will win and you will reach a ton of new people. And if you want to take all these new Instagram leads you have and turn them into actual clients with a text message, watch this video right here.